So with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier wrapping up on Friday, I thought we'd take a look at the MCU movies and shows as a whole. I will not be including the Netflix movies as they have been confirmed to not be officially in the canon. So those are not included, but I will be including all 25 movies and Disney Plus shows. So let's get into it. I will be solely doing this off of Rotten Tomatoes because I just thought it would be fun to share my thoughts on every movie that and where they rank it, and I'll be sharing my thoughts if it's a high enough score or not. But before we end this, please hit the subscribe button down below. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Also, leave a like and comment. What is your ranking of the MCU list? Now, this isn't my list. This is based on Rotten Tomatoes scores, and this includes all 25 Disney Plus shows and movies in the MCU. Let's get into it. In 25th place is Thor: The Dark World. Now, I'm fine with Thor: The Dark World. I don't have any real problems with Thor: The Dark World. I don't think it deserves a 66%. I think maybe 70s, because it definitely has some great MCU action, and I think it definitely deserves to be higher. Now, in 24th place is The Incredible Hulk with a 67%. I think this is warranted. I think bump it up 3 more percent, and I think you have a perfect score for this movie. I really enjoy this movie, and I think it's perfect at 24th place. In 23rd place, I have Rotten Tomatoes has Iron Man 2 with a 72%. I agree with this. I recently rewatched this movie, and I think it's okay. The first time I watched it, loved it. Thought it was great. Now, looking back on it, it's fine. I don't think it is the best MCU movie, but I don't also think it's in the middle. I think it's kind of in the lower half, but again, all these MCU movies are great, and this is definitely a good movie, and it comes in at 23rd place. In 22nd place on Rotten Tomatoes is Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, I was surprised to see this. It has a 76%. This easily deserves to be 85%. And there's another Avengers movie that is lowly rated, which I don't think it should be. On rewatch, it was a little more boring, but on my first watch, I thought it was like the best Avengers movie. Looking back, it's not, but it's fine at 22nd place. In 21st place, Thor with a 77%. I think that's a perfect score for this movie. I don't think it deserves any more percent. I think, it's just middle of the road MCU. They're figuring out what they're trying to do and stuff. So I think it works in that way. But, other than that, it's a fine movie. And there's really nothing that special about it. In 20th place is, in my opinion, the worst MCU movie, just because of the lack of emotion, and it just felt so formulaic, and that's Captain Marvel, and this is in 20th place. Definitely deserves it. It has a 79%. I think this should actually swap scores with The Incredible Hulk or Thor: The Dark World and get a 67 instead of a 79. I do not think it deserves that placement, but also with the 79%, this is in 19th place is Iron Man 3, and this is another one I do not love, and I think this and Captain Marvel are the ones I do not like to rewatch, so they are like my least favorites. So it's a little high for me, but in 19th place is Iron Man 3. Now, in 18th place is Captain America: The First Avenger. Fine, it has an 80%, perfect score for this movie. Now, in 17th place is Ant-Man. I don't like this movie as much as I like Ant-Man and the Wasp, but it is a definitely fun adventure. Paul Rudd does a great job as a character, and I do think that this definitely deserves an 82%. Now, coming up to number 16, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. This movie, I think, deserves to be higher. Doesn't get enough praise, in my opinion. Love this movie. I think it deserves to be in top 15, not 16th place. Now, this bothers me. And number 15th is Avengers Infinity War with only an 85%. This is easily top 10 of my favorite movies of all time. 3 Avengers movies are actually in my top 20 favorite movies of all time, and this is one of them. And I think this is a perfect movie in my opinion. I don't get why it only has an 85. I give this a 98%. I absolutely love this movie and feel like it doesn't deserve to be in 15th place. Now, in 14th place, I have Falcon and the Winter Soldier with an 87%. I think this is too high for this show. I did love it. Watch my review for it. I think this show deserves a lower score, maybe in the mid-70s. I don't know if it deserves an 87. I think the audience score for this movie is definitely more accurate for my opinion on the show. But, you know, it's fine in the place that it is. In 13th place, this movie is easily top 7 MCU movies for me. This is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm actually surprised it is this high. It is at 13th place with an 87%. I'd give this movie a 95. Love this movie. I've rewatched this movie the most out of any MCU movie. I think it's a great movie. I know a lot of people, I'm definitely in the minority on that. I know a lot of people just think it's fun. I absolutely love this movie. And coming in at 12th place is Doctor Strange, which I think should be lower and has an 89%. Cool. Not going to give my thoughts on it that much. I've seen it once. I'm definitely going to have to rewatch it, though, before the sequel comes out. 11th place is Captain America the Winter Soldier. I'm surprised it's this low. I really am. But, you know, I don't know. I just think it's a fun movie, but it's also a political thriller, and it's great. I love this movie. Okay, coming in at 10th place, Spiderman Far From Home. This movie's great. I actually really do love this movie as a 90%, just like Captain America the Winter Soldier, but I think that this movie is fun, and it's just a globe-trotting adventure. Cannot wait for the third Spider-Man movie. Now, coming in at number 9, Guardians of the Galaxy. This to me is too low. I think this movie deserves to be higher. I know in past lists I've put it's been lower on my list, but on rewatch, I love this movie. It has a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Do not get why it's this low. Definitely deserves like a 94. Okay, coming in at 8th place is Captain America Civil War with 91%. Love this movie. I think it's great how I don't know, I'm just not going to get into it. It's a great movie. I don't want to get off on a tangent. In 7th place is Marvel's The Avengers. Favorite movie of all time. Definitely think it deserves a 100%. This is a classic movie from 2012. Just perfect movie. Absolutely great. Just rewatch this movie so many times. Definitely deserves to be number 1. I don't get why it's in 7th place. But in 6th place is WandaVision with a 92%. WandaVision is at 6th place with a 92%. Fine. I'm not really going to argue with that because I think it deserves that score. I'd put it a little lower. I don't know if it's exactly top 10. Maybe on rewatch it would be. But in 5th place, Spider-Man Homecoming with a 92%. In 4th place, we have Thor Ragnarok with a 93%. Okay, Thor Ragnarok for me is the biggest surprise out of any MCU movie. I absolutely love that movie. It is hilarious, and just Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo, they do a great job. Tom Hiddleston, everybody in here. Even Anthony Hopkins, he does a great job. In 3rd place, too high for me, Iron Man. I recently rewatched this with my dad, and, you know, it's fine. I don't love this movie as much as a lot of people do. This is, to me, middle tier MCU. Don't think it deserves 94%. In 2nd place is the Avengers End Game with 94%. This is my top 3. This used to be my favorite movie of all time until I rewatched the Avengers. Love this movie. Definitely deserves like a 99%. In 1st place, no surprise, Black Panther. To me, this is easily top 10, not top 5 material, though. I think it is a little overhyped. But there you have it, guys. There is the Rotten Tomatoes ranking of the MCU. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me your thoughts down below. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and may the force be with you.